How's everyone? Thanks for joining. Should be a bit of fun. I think it's good to clarify some of the things that we've been talking about for the WOD. Obviously, there was no standards videos, unfortunately. Time got away from me. I was up till 4 this morning trying to get the bits done. Obviously, there was a couple of late entries and stuff like that. So, these things happen, I suppose. But if you want to throw your questions in the comments, I have a couple of questions from earlier as well, and we'll go through it. But basically, the format that we're going to run through is we're going to go WOD in chronological order. So we'll go full equipment, limited equipment, and then no equipment. And we'll just talk through kind of some of the standards that I'm looking for and what we want to see. First of all, the competition is completely inclusive. So there's absolutely no issue with scaling. There's RX. If you do the RX, you will actually finish above everyone else that does scale, but the leaderboard doesn't matter. The leaderboard, where you finish on the leaderboard, will be your raffle number to win a massage gun, adapt tape, mergs, things like that, thanks to the guys who sponsored some of the products, and obviously then as well, Noco. So this is a bit strange because I'm talking to myself. I do it a lot, but I didn't think I'd be doing it here. So it's out of my comfort zone, so I know a lot of you have probably out of your comfort zone and stuff like that with competitions. So it's good to push yourself and see what happens. So I'll crack on. We're not going to be too long. I'll run through it really quickly. And then I'll answer all the questions that you may have at the end. For the full equipment, so it's for all the workouts, it's as fast as possible. You have to complete 90 repetitions of a certain movement. So for limited equipment and full equipment, it's cleans, depending on the equipment you have. And for no equipment, it is jumping air squats to a 10-inch line. Now, these 90 repetitions have an EMOM. So every minute on the minute, starting from minute 1, you will complete one deck by, depending on the category. So for full equipment, it's pull-ups. For limited equipment, it's jumping air squats. And for no equipment, it's burpees. Get used to burpee, guys. There's going to be a lot of them. And so that's what we'll have there. The EMOM is 1 rep on minute 1, 2 on minute 2, 3 on minute 3, and so forth until either you complete the 90 repetitions or you can no longer complete the number of repetitions in the death by section in the EMOM in the minute. So I'm going to grab my really heavy 40 kilo barbell for the full equipment. Obviously I have a dowel here. I don't have a barbell, unfortunately. So I'll step back here a little bit. So basically it's 90 cleans of any variation. By any variation, what I mean is you can power clean it or you can squat clean it. Whatever you want there. You just 90 of them. On the call of 3, 2, 1, go, on minute 0, you will complete max reps in that minute. So you will complete 90 repetitions. It has to touch the floor, cannot be hand cleans. So touch the floor, back up, touch the floor. Elbows must be true. So if you look at this, that's okay. Touching the shoulder, elbows true. They just need to pass the plane of the bar. So this bit here. So if you look there, that would be a rep there. We cannot get speed reps like this. Elbows behind the bar. That's not accepted. You want the elbows through the bar. The bar must touch the ground for every rep if you're doing the RX version. I know some people asked about hang cleans. If you need to scale to hang cleans for any reason, that's absolutely no problem. The scaling for this competition is as you choose. So whatever you decide there. The EMOM then is death by pull-ups. So overhand grip. So grip must be overhand. No underhand grip. Must be over. Doing the pull-up, again, this is my pull-up bar and I'm not going to go on the curtain rail before anyone asks. Your chin must come above the bar. So that's a rep. You can kip, butterfly, whatever way you want. Once you fully lock out, so once I'm fully locked out and I pull with my chin over the bar, funny pull-ups are this easy. Stairs, sweat patches are not included in these t-shirts. So that's a rep. So on minute 1, you complete 1 pull-up, back into as many reps in the remaining minute of the cleans from the floor, or squat cleans, whatever you choose. On minute 2, you complete 2 reps of pull-ups and then back into your cleans. And you keep going until you complete the 90 repetitions. So, for example, if I did 30 from minute 0 to 1, and I do 1 pull-up and then I do another 30, and then in minute 2 I do another 2, and then in that minute 2 to 3 minute I do 30 reps, and my time would be 2:54, say. So that's your time. The limited equipment, that's the same thing. So it's single arm alternating dumbbell cleans. So I'll get my dumbbell here, so I'll lower that down. So the RX weight again is 22.5 for men, standard enough CrossFit weights, and then 15 for women. The rep standards here is the dumbbell must touch the floor, one head, and then must touch the shoulder. I'll just lower it again so you can see the floor. So must touch the floor, one head must touch the floor, back up, must clearly on the video or whenever you're doing or whoever's judging, must clearly touch your shoulder. You must alternate each rep. One head only has to touch the floor, fully locked out, knees and hips. So alternate, so 1, and then swap, alternate each rep. So that's them. The EMOM for that bit, so starting on minute 1, is jumping air squats. So the jumping air squats, all you have to do for the jumping air squats, break parallel, come off the ground. No height you have to meet. Your feet, both feet just must come off the floor. Doesn't need to be a 2-footed jump. Hi Donna, how are you? So that's basically it there, and it follows the same kind of structure on minute 0, as many reps as you can. Minute 1, 1 jumping air squat, followed by your single arm alternating dumbbell cleans until you've completed the 90 repetitions. Now for no equipment, I know there's probably a few more questions there. So I was trying to get a standard for the jumping air squats that would be a little bit more fair for everyone, because I know sometimes when you see things like this, as in how can you like judge it? So to make it fair, so I'll just move that out of the way. So I just got some adapt tape. I grabbed some adapt tape. I just put it on the floor, as you can see there. That's my 10-inch marker. So roughly 2 pens. So if you have 2 pens, that's roughly 10 inches. So putting the 2 pens together. So the reason of that is, so the jumping air squats is in, you start on one side of the line, your heel, so your heel you must break parallel, and then you must jump to the other side. You must land on the far side of the line. So if I go again, that is a rep. I must stand up fully after that rep, knees and hips fully extended, and you can cycle them out whatever way you want. So, a couple of people asking, do you need to be facing the line? No, the quickest way for me is probably laterally. You can do them facing this way, go back and forth, and so forth. You can turn whatever way you want there. So you can turn whatever way the variation may be. So basically, the air squat, you must break parallel, so your hip crease must go below your knee, and you must jump to the far side of your 10-inch line. You then must fully extend up, so you must fully lock out your knees and hips so that you're fully up. For the burpee standard, in the EMOM Death by Burpees, standard burpee standard, so you can step down, so I can step up, step back. If my chest, thighs, feet must touch the floor, jump up, hand must come behind my head. Really slow version of it. You can step back, step up. You must get that jump, full extension of your hips, knees, hands behind your head for the rep to count. Again, it's an EMOM with a death by version. So you do 1 pull-up, One burpee on minute 1, 2 on minute 2, 3 on minute 3, 4 on minute 4, and so forth until you either have completed the 90 repetitions, which would then be your score for time, or you can no longer complete the number of burpees in the minute. You would then be time capped, and the score would be the number of repetitions in that rep. So Sandra, can you keep on jumping forwards 10 times, then turn around and jump backwards 10 times? Absolutely. You can do them any way you want. You can, whatever way. So as in, for example, if I was doing it, I could jump back, and then let's say I'm getting tired minute 1, I can just turn. If you want to mix it up, you can mix it up any way you want, no problem. The repetition, once you break parallel and you land the other side of the line, doesn't matter how you get there. Will you be showing videos of people doing the workouts so we can gauge times? If people share their videos with me, and if they tag us in it, we definitely will share it. Gauging times for the leaderboard. The leaderboard won't come live until each Sunday. The reason being for that is I don't want people comparing against other people. I want this workout to be just you against yourself, want of a better word, as cringy as it may be. I want people to give it their all. I don't want them worrying about a leaderboard, worrying about where they finish. I just want them to give everything. But yes, I will be sharing videos if people share it. Now, some of the scaling options for this is there are a couple of options. So obviously we're in lockdown both in the UK and Ireland now. Well, the UK from Thursday, and Ireland we currently are. So a lot of people mightn't have equipment at their disposal. So what you can do is, for say the limited equipment category, you can change in, say, a kettlebell for a dumbbell. You can, once the weight is the same, so 22.5 or greater, you can RX it. If it's say anything under 22.5, it goes down as a scaled workout, but you can still partake. For example, like I've a medicine ball, so you could do medicine ball cleans. So I could do 90 medicine ball cleans instead. So again, you don't need to go, you can just stand it up. Medicine ball cleans, like that's a 15 kilo medicine ball, so for a woman that would be RX weight. So yeah, I'm sweating here. So yeah, you can change it in with any equipment you want. Can I mix between full equipment and limited equipment? Absolutely. As I said, the leaderboard is more going to be a raffle number rather than an actual placing. So absolutely, change. Some people mightn't have the full equipment. For full equipment, all you really need though is a pull-up bar, barbell. 40 kilo is the max that it's going to be, because I'm assuming everyone with a barbell would have 10 kilos. For a woman would have 10 kilos and 2.5s for a 15 kilo bar. A rower possibly, but there will be an option for runs. And a dumbbell. That's all you really need. So full equipment isn't really full equipment. It's what most people, if they have some sort of a home gym, would have. So I'm going to just go through some of the questions from earlier. So do you do the cleans first, then the EMOM? Yes, you start on cleans. You start on cleans on minute 0. You start on cleans. Limited equipment, is there jumping air squats or normal air squats? Limited equipment is jumping air squats. If you need to scale that down, absolutely no problem. Again, as I said, are there standards for how high to jump? No standards to how high you jump. Just once both feet come off the floor. Oh yeah, Gail, you need a skipping rope. Sorry, there will be double unders. May appear twice. Who knows? But yeah, hopefully the weather's dry for next week's WOD. That's all I'm saying. Is the workout over when you finish the 90 cleans, or keep EMOMing pull-ups to fail after? Yeah, the workout finishes when you finish your 90th clean. So as I said, if you finish your 90th clean, jumping air squat or dumbbell alternating clean on minute 2:54, that would be your time. So Philip, pull-up, must they be strict or can they be butterfly pull-ups? No, pull-ups can be strict, butterfly, or kipping. Once you clearly are fully locked out in the bottom position and your chin comes above the bar, that's a rep. So yeah, no problem at all. Do the pull-ups have to be unbroken or just done in the minute? The pull-ups don't have to be unbroken. You can do them in singles. I'd advise getting them done really quickly because they just impact your time. They don't actually count towards the workout. Even for the number of repetitions for your scoring, they don't come into effect. It's the number of cleans you would have done. So they're actually a pointless thing. They're just in there for the sake of it, really, to kind of slow you down and to add in a different dimension. What if all the cleans are all done and still do the pull-ups? No, as I said, I answered that already. How many jump squats do we do each minute? As many as you can for the no equipment category over the 10-inch line. So that's it really. As many as you can get done in each minute. There's no, if you get the 90 done, you don't do any burpees. If you get the 90 done, I will pay for you to enter the tribal throwdown. I'll give you €20 back for the actual paid competition because that would be impressive. Are you going to post your video for WOD 1? Yes, I will. I will definitely post. I'll probably do limited equipment and a no equipment version. But yes, I will. I'll just flick through, see if any more questions. So if you have any questions, just drop them in the box down below and I will answer them. So just flicking through them here. 90 in a minute goals. Yes, absolutely. Can I use a kettlebell for single cleans? Yes, you can use a kettlebell. No problem at all. Full equipment but can't do pull-ups, lol. Can I jump? Yes, that's a really good question actually. So the scaling option for the pull-ups, you can do jumping pull-ups, banded pull-ups, ring rows, whatever you may be. So you can do any scaling method there, even if you have to scale down to jumping air squats, or if you have to scale down to burpees, or whatever you need to scale down to, that's no problem. Hi Junior. Yeah, no, for a Kang squat, if you really want to warm up your cleans. So basically, you go into a good morning position, down into a squat, back into your good morning, and stand back up for those wanting to really warm up your cleans. Nice one for the hammies to warm it up. This is a grippy WOD. Before I go, what I will say is a few tips that I have from kind of testing them out is go fast. Don't hold back. It's 90 repetitions. It's not that lot. The weight is actually quite light. You need to really power through while the EMOM and the death by section is quite low in reps, because that's where you'll make up your time. No problem, Junior. Happy to help. So that's where you'll make up a lot of your time, is in the first block, and then it's just a matter of holding on. It will get grippy. You just need to hold on, stick with it, and get good reps. The middle bit is where it gets nasty. The home stretch is easy. Do your pull-ups, your burpees, or your jumping air squats in the EMOM section as quick as possible. I know people ask there about Unbroken. If you can't do them, that's fine. But don't just hang around and walk around. Get them done as quick as absolutely possible. So I'll just go through. Is a judge compulsory? You don't have a judge, but film clearly your reps. No, a judge is not compulsory. You don't need a judge. You can video it if you want. I will judge it, or we'll get some of the guys to judge it. Or if that isn't suitable, you can still submit your time. That's no problem at all. How many jumping squats do you do on the EMOM? It increases by 1 every minute. So minute 1, 1, minute 2, 2, minute 3, 3. And then the demo, as we said, can you go from limited equipment to full equipment? Absolutely. That's no problem at all. And full equipment, do you start with 1 pull-up? No, you start with cleans. Pull-ups begin on minute 1. Are the WODs on beyond the whiteboard? No, they are not. The WODs are unique. Some of what people will see is the rep ranges will be a little bit odd. They're odd for a reason, because they have a meaning behind them. So, for example, 90 reps here it's 30 years since Italia 90. Jack Charlton obviously died this year, and that's the reason that we had it that way. So the 90 was just to symbolise Ireland's first soccer World Cup. So that's kind of why that is there. So for no equipment, if I finish the air squats, I keep going. No, once you finish the air squats, that's it. You're done. So if anyone has any more questions, post them in now. I'll answer them really quickly. Otherwise, I'll jump off. You can always DM the page. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Best of luck in everyone that competes. Have a crack at it. The WODs, this is a really short WOD for most people. Sub 10 minutes is probably what we'll generally see. But have a crack. Just enjoy it. That's the big thing now. Let's keep moving, and then hopefully after the 1st of December we'll get cracking into the Tribal Throwdown. For any of you that, if you look really closely, I have a small bit of facial hair here, where I'm growing a mustache for Movember. There's a lot of other guys that are growing mustaches for Movember. If you are, please get in touch. I'll help you share it, and we'll try to raise as much money as possible for testicular cancer, and let's raise awareness for men's mental health, because if we don't do it, nobody will. So the competition was always for the community, so we want to have as much of a positive impact as we can. So thanks a million for tuning in. As I said, if I didn't answer your question here, please just send me a message. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. But have a good evening. Enjoy the first WOD. The second WOD, for a little bit of a hint, is going to have running or rowing, depending. It's going to be a little bit longer, and it's going to be a nice little couplet. So for any of you that joined in, you've got a little hint. So enjoy your week. Tag me in your training videos and doing your WODs, and we'll see you later. Thanks a million.